What up, world? Welcome to another episode of RMT, That's Real Man Talk. It's your boy, Stan the Man, coming to you with another great conversation piece on today. And before we get started, I want to thank you for joining me here on RMT. Look, do me a quick favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, also share this with someone that you think it'll help. So let's go ahead and get into it. Today, we're going to want to talk about just 5 tips that I have on raising daughters. Just 5 tips that I have on raising daughters. And we all know, before I get into the first one, the way that you treat your daughter, the way that you act around her, is setting the tone for her relationship on how she deal with men in the future. So number one, what I want to get to, and I'm gonna be looking down at my notes too. So number one is be her first example of love. Yes, I said it, love first. Because all the other things that fall in line is gonna go behind the love. A lot of young ladies, they're in the situation that they're in right now, and if it's in a bad relationship, if that's with a man, if that's with drugs, if that's with money, is that from just having a mentality that they don't care about anything. It comes stemming from that love that they didn't have from their father or they didn't have from their mother, but especially it comes from not having that fatherly love around them. And um I'm looking right here in my notes. One of the things that they're gonna watch, even a relationship, if you're in the household, if you're married to the mom, if you're not, they're gonna see, they're learning how they should be loved or how they should be treated based on how you treat the women in your household or you treat the women that's around you. Now, if you're a foul dude, you do messed up stuff, we all know how it is. But if that's your character and that's how you act, you might as well expect your daughter to pick up and want to be with that type of person too. If you never know what true love is, if you never had someone to protect you, you ever had someone not to lie to you, you ever had someone to keep it real with you, if you didn't have those things and then you go out in the world searching for those things, people will provide what they need to provide to get over. And that's what the love kick in at. Now, everybody say, oh, well, if you love them, they still can. Yeah. But deep down inside, they still know what love feels like. See, they can go into a situation and they can make a bad decision. They can get in the wrong relationship. But they understand this is not love. This is not what my father showed me. This is not what I experienced with my father. So I know this is something that I got to get away from. I might have got myself within this situation, but I know this is not the situation that I need to be in. And because of the love that I felt when I was younger, the protection that I felt when I was younger, the things that I experienced with my father, now I know I can get up out of this place because this is not for me. That's one of the things that showing love to your daughter does. It gives her confidence. Not only give her confidence, it also knows that she don't have to put up with certain things. I understand that this is not how it's supposed to work. I understand this is not how it's supposed to look. I know it don't exactly supposed to look like my parents or what my father did, but it should be something similar to it. And see, if what you display to her at home, the the patience, being gentle, the caring, the love. Once you show those to your daughter and she understands what that is, what it feels like, what it looks like, when she goes out there in the world, it'll be hard for somebody to trick her and put her into a situation because she know what these things look like. Especially if you're a father that's consistent at showing these different things, she'll know what to look out for, what not to look out for, what to be like, okay, well, they trying to trick me because of the love, time, and patience that you put into them. So that's one thing, and I can't emphasize this enough because a lot of people, period, are love starved out here. Even if it's some form of love, even if it's not the right form of love, they are love starved out here. And so anybody that shows them some attention, not necessarily love, it might just like them a little bit, and they see that that's something that they're starving for, they use that area in order to be manipulative, to drag them along into a bad situation, to keep them in a situation, to make them feel like they the only person that care and love them, because they never experienced what love truly is. And some of them, when they start to experience, they're afraid of it. They don't want to walk into it because they've been mistreated and mishandled their whole life. So make sure that you're loving on your daughters. Make sure you're caring about your daughters, showing them compassion and showing them grace, showing them mercy, being consistent at even with the discipline with them as well. Because at the end of the day, you are the first example that she's going to be set on what she think about men and how her standards are going to be. And I got this scripture right here that I want to read. Ephesians 5:25, and it says, "Husband, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." That same sacrificial love, that's what your daughter needs to see from you. That's what she needs to see, so she'll know how to go by going into her relationships as well. All right, so let's get into the next one. Teaching them about their identity, letting them know who they are. See, one thing that we get from our parents, get from our grandparents, things that we learn from past generation, is it shapes our identity and who we are. See, you have to let them know they not Cardi B. You have to let them know they not Sexy Red. You have to let them know the type of individual that they are. They're beautiful, they're smart, they're intelligent. They can accomplish whatever they set out to do. Teach them how to not only model themselves as young ladies and women out here, but also respectful women out here and ladies. Because the world would teach them that cussing, smoking, having all this sex and being loose, that's the cool thing to be. The internet will show them that's their identity. To go out and twerk, or to go out and show your body, y'all, like that's cool. Or it's cool to get an OF page, get an OnlyFans page. That's cool. That's what the world would teach them. The world would teach them it's cool to smoke, it's cool to drink. That's part of your identity and that's part of who you are. And before they know it, they have lost 10 or 15 years of their life because the world have told them their identity. But they can gain years on their life when you are expressing who they are, when you are feeding into who they are, when you are learning about them. See, it's one thing to sit back and love and, you know, build up who the identity is, but man, just getting down really and talking to your child, talking to your daughter, seeing what they into, seeing what they like, seeing what they dislike. And you'll be able to parent better based off what they like and what they dislike, because you'll learn how to approach them according to the things that they like and they dislike. Like you can use it might be a certain type of music that they like, right? Might be a certain artist that they like, and it might be just a certain show that they watch. And you might could use that character or some of the things that the character do in order to be able to approach them, take a situation that they're going through and compare it to their character in order to show them and explain it to them a little bit better. And see, it might be a disconnect there because of the generation and the certain slang they use, the way they talk, the way they text is different. So with you learning their form of communication, how they communicate, once you understand that, you be able to communicate better because you're trying to get to know them. Once you get to know them, then you can help them identify who they really are. That they're not sluts. They're not going out here being whores, or they not have to be loose women. They don't have to do any of that in order to identify with being a young lady. And you, as a father, you are encouraging all the positive things. You, as a father, you are there to protect, to make sure that they can explore who they really are without all these outside things taking over. And if you don't be around, if you don't make good decisions, you might end up getting locked up, take years away, and you can't protect them. And just say some pervert come in, and then they end up getting molested or something. They end up getting touched because of you. You just went there to protect them, you know? So making better decisions, man, to make sure you protect them, to make sure that they can blossom into who they really want to be, and then be able to identify who they are by the love, identifying who they are. And let's go ahead and get to the next one, right? And see, even with them getting to know their identity, right? We have to make sure, even though we're raising daughters, that they have to be disciplined. They have to have a level of discipline, especially with everything that's going on out here now. And the as a father, you have to be consistent at the discipline and at the lessons that you're teaching and what you're showing her. Yeah, you have to be consistent. Because, see, you have to be a man of your word. Once you're a man of your word, then when you go to discipline them, when you go to discipline them, they might not understand it then, but they know you're consistent at discipline and you keeping your word. So when you say something, it's going to get done. So when you ask them to do something, they know it's consequences behind not doing what you asked them to do. It's consequences behind you not following the rules. It's consequences behind you not listening to me and your mom. It's consequences behind that. Because if you don't teach them discipline, you might teach them the other things, but they might go out here and blow their money. Might not be responsible and be able to go out there and handle bills and take care of themselves and really fend for themselves. Because as fathers, we have to learn a fine balance between making sure we don't spoil our daughter too much and making sure that we creating a responsible adult. And that comes with discipline. And we have to discipline ourselves. And sometimes we have to make a tough decisions. We have to make a tough decision for our daughters that it might hurt us. We might be sad. We might be crying about it. Like, dang, I don't want to do this, but it's going to be the best thing in the future. See, we're looking past what they are right now, and we're looking into who they're going to be. And that's what we're working towards, who they're going to be. And if you want them to be productive, if you want them to be able to save their money, if you want them to be able to take care of themselves, it's certain things that you're going to have to do, that you're going to have to be disciplined on your end as a father to make sure they're consistent and they're learning the lesson to be able to be productive. Because let me tell you this. It's an old saying, do what I say, not what I do. Do what I say, not what I do. Most of the time, I ain't going to say most of the time, but a lot of the time, your children will listen to 25% of what you say and 75% of what you do. Now, let me take that back. They'll listen to 10% of what you say and 90% of what you do. Because you can talk all you want to. You can say whatever you want to, but then when they see you operating outside of what you said, they be like, oh, man, Daddy just playing. Daddy just playing. Oh, well, Daddy said that he was going to do this. He didn't do it. Daddy just playing. Can't take him serious. I can't take him serious. That's why you have to be careful about the words coming out your mouth when you're talking to your daughters and saying, well, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do this for you. This one thing that I learned to do, right? One thing I learned to do is say, listen, we're going to see. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to see if I can do it. If I can do it, I'll let you know. If I can't do it, I'll let you know. I don't immediately agree or say that I'm going to do something. Even if it hurts their feelings, I can't say off the bat, oh, I can do that. I can't say off the bat, this gonna get paid for, or I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna do that. I don't say that right off the bat because I want to be not only consistent, I want to be honest with them as well. I want to be upfront that you can't always get your way. You can't. I'm not gonna always be there to buy this. I'm not gonna be always be there to do this and do that. I'm not gonna lie to them like that. But I want them to get to an understanding that yes, I'm gonna have your back. Yes, I'm gonna do what I need to do. But part of them shaping their identity is making sure that you do what you need to do as a father. Do it. You can talk different things and say different things, but the actions will speak way more than just saying it. I remember this. I know I bring this up a lot, but and so this is what happened. That the reason I say actions speak louder than words. I remember when I first stopped drinking, right? I pulled my wife. I had never told my daughters before that I had ever stopped drinking. It's been multiple times before then that I tried to stop. I never said anything. I was just trying to stop. I was trying to stop. Me and my wife had like different discussions about me cutting back, but I never told them that I actually stopped, right? So this particular time, I got my wife and I got my children. We went out in the backyard and you know the large garbage can. I opened the top on it, and I think I had maybe 3 or 2 bottles of liquor. Right. I know one of them probably was I think it was some vodka, and it might have been some brown that I had. I think it was 3, maybe 2. But I took those bottles in front of them in the garbage can, and I said, in front of God and in front of y'all, from this day forth, I never take another drink. I poured out all the liquor right there in front of them, right? And my daughter seeing this and my wife seeing this in front of me, right? And I never said that to them, that I never stopped drinking. That was my first time ever saying it, that I stopped drinking in front of them. So after I poured all that out, from that day up until current, I never took another drink. Never took another drink. And that's something that they saw. I didn't have to constantly tell them, oh, I don't drink no more. I didn't constantly tell them I'm not going to the liquor store. I didn't constantly tell them something that I was about to do. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I didn't say that. I said it one time, then I put in the work. So when they saw that, that turned on a part in them that, okay, Daddy gonna show us the action and not just talk about it. That's the difference. So now I can hold them to a high standard because now you saw me work. You saw me work. So I don't have to just, when I say this, I tell you this, you saw me change. You saw me put in the work. You saw not just talking, but you saw action in place. And sometimes we can get up and just be talking and don't show them no action and wondering why they don't listen to us. That's why. That's why they don't want to listen to you. That's why they don't take you serious. That's why they think you playing, because anytime the action comes, you good at the talking part. You 90% talking, 10% action. So that's why you have to make sure that you really put in the action towards that. And I got this right here. You know I got to throw this one in here. Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way they should go, and when she is old, she will not depart. That's just me. She is old. It's different. But when they are old, that's just my part. That's not the actual Bible, but that's my remix on there. So train them up in the way they should go. And that's get us to number 4. Number 4, be present and not just available. Man, it's a story that go around. They talk about absentee parents in the household. The type of parents that, okay, I'm give you the iPad, I'm give you the phone, give you all the luxuries in life, but I don't actually be there. I'm going to maybe go to the game. I'm going to make sure that you on whatever that you need for school, I'm going to make sure that you have it. Whatever activities that you want to participate in, I'm going to make sure that it's paid for. Whatever field trips you want to go on, I'm going to make sure that it's paid for. All the material things that you need, I'm going to have that and I'm going to provide it for you. But I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be there. Yeah, I'm not going to be there. And see, one thing about it is like, you can be in the household with your children, but what type of connection are you having? Are you asking them about their day? When they get out of school, are you engaging with them? Hey, how was your day? How was school? How this going? How that going? Oh, okay. Well, who is this? Who is that you talking to? Who you FaceTiming? Where y'all finna go? How long y'all gonna be there? Who is his parent? Like, are you interested in what they're doing? Their hobbies, things that they like. Are you even participating in some of the things that they like? Are you going to the games? Are you being there? Are you happy? Are you cheering them on? And that's another thing. Are you even happy to see your child? Let's get there. By being present, are you even happy to see them? When they come in, do this, do that, do this, do that. As soon as they get in the house, you're yapping at them. As soon as they get in the car, you're yapping at them. It's no smile. Hey, how you doing? How was your day? Am I saying am I saying you don't do that? No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is like, is it a joy when you see your child? Are you happy to see him? Are you coming in happy and with a joy just to see him? Hey, how you doing, baby? Come here. Give me a hug. Now, you know you supposed to be cleaning up that room. Why you ain't clean up that room? Come here. Let's get in here and get this room clean. I love you, but you got to get there. I love you even more when this room get clean. I might feed you, Or are you always behind them something and then, hey, get that, clean this up. I do all this stuff for you and you can't even clean up. Have you even showed them how to clean up? You even showed them how to do some of the stuff that you asked them to do? Have you even showed them how to do it? Or you just yapping about it? Or you just yapping about it? Or are you actually showing them how to do what you yapping about? Are you at their game cheering for them? You at their games or you at their events there cheering for them, happy, not sad. Oh, man, I can't take off work. I can't take off work. You can't take off work to catch one game? Catch 2 games? Can't get somebody to cover your shift to go and watch them? You can't take an earlier shift? You can't take off and sacrifice a day or 2 just to go see your child perform, to see your daughter perform, man? Come on now. Be in there. When the last time you helped your child with some homework? When the last time you went out in the yard and actually played with your child? Played some games, football, basketball, kickball, tag, run around. Some of y'all are too cool. Some of y'all are too tough to even engage or be there for your child. I'm too cool, man. I'm too tough. I can't do that, man. That ain't cool. It's not cool, but somebody else is going to slip in and that's going to be their way in because you didn't take out the time. You didn't take out the time. You wasn't there. You provided all the material, all the financial part, but you didn't provide you. That's what they mostly need. You didn't provide you. You not there. And let me say this, because I don't want to get on here and be perfect. I was like that. Yeah, I had it looked like I was a good father, but at the same time I was there, but I wasn't there. I engaged with my children, but not how I engage with my children now. Because you can easily get caught up coming to the house, working, come in, hug, kiss them, go out, have a drink, hang out, come back late, get up in the morning, might see him, kiss him, might do a little something with him, then you disappear. You're not really there, not really engaging, you know. Then I found myself, I said, man, I got to start coloring, start helping with homework, start doing all these things, helping them write their name. The first time they rode a bike, helping them learn how to drive, all those things. Conversation, like I used to love just coming and picking up my children from school, picking up my daughters from school and having those conversations after school, just talking to them, excited to see about their day, what they done learn, what they going through, what I can help them with, different issues that they facing, different problems that they facing, and I'm able to not love on them or coach them through it, or let them cry and get it all out. I love that part about being a father. Love that part about being there for my children. Somebody they can lean on, somebody they can depend on. Because I'm going to be there. I'm going to be present. And then, with that being said, I'm going to say this. Coming from James 1:19, it says, be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Right? And with dealing with your child, as you continue to spend time with them, you'll start to build up, kind of like a currency with them, that they trust you more, that come talk to you more, that come share more things with you. They'll be excited to share things with you because you're around. When you're not around, they don't too much want to share things because you're not around. I might tell you certain stuff, but not in detail like what they going on probably personally. They probably just tell you the things on the surface that they doing. But as you continue to build that relationship, and they build that trust, and they build that love, they see that you there, they'll open up. They be happy to share things with you. Oh, this was going through. This, I'm happy because I'm doing this. And Dad, I'm about to do this. And you're encouraging them. And you building that confidence up in them, and that they can do this. They can take on the world. I can do it because Daddy said that I can do it. Yes. Daddy said I can do it. Because my daddy loved me. Because my daddy loved me. And the last one is, I kind of touched on this one already, but show her faith in action, right? A lot of times it's not about the money. A lot of times when you dealing with faith and you trying to operate, when you make plans, I had faith that I wasn't going to drink anymore. And I put it into action to make sure that they saw that. It's something out there that you doing, something out there that you have done or you not doing. And go out there and do it. You ain't got to necessarily even talk to them about it. Just go out there and show them. Some of y'all haven't been present. You ain't got to say, I'm going to start being there. Just start being there. Some of y'all haven't been catching the games. Don't say I'm going to be at the games. Just start catching the games. Some of them ain't been showing like physical affection towards your daughter, hugging them or telling them that you love, you care about them. Don't say you're going to start doing it. Just start doing it. Because before you know it, like just being happy to see your daughter, just being happy to be in the presence, like, and showing them that joy. As you continue to do that, their relationship is going to bloom anyway. And I'm not saying that it's just going to happen overnight, because in some relationships you're going to have to fix. It's going to take a little time because you done did some serious damage. But it's never too late to keep on reaching out. Keep trying. And I know some relationships, man, it's like it ain't even worth it. I know some relationships you be like, man, they mom that said so much. They grandma that said, done put so much in their ear. It ain't no turning around. Man, just keep on trying. Keep on trying. And I know it hurts sometimes. I know it hurts because a dad really wants that love from his daughter. And that daughter, she really want that love. She just so mad, so angry that she don't want to accept it. That's it. But she really wants your affection. She really wants you. She really want to talk to you. She really wants you to be in her life. Man, just go do it. And it might take time for you to get it like you want to get it, but long as the blood is running warm in your veins, it's still time to build. It's still time to grow. It's still time to love. So look, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Take these 5 tips, man. If you think it'll help a young father or any father that might be going through something right now, share this with them. Send it to them. Make sure you like, subscribe. Also, socially, if you want to reach out to me, Real Man Talk Podcast, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. On there, go on there, like. Hit me up in the inbox if there's anybody that you want to see on here or is any topics that you want to hear be discussed on here. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next week, peace.